Now the last thing we're going to need to adjust and organize over in the project browser palette is the elevations. We've got some elevation views which go under the mechanical discipline and some other elevations which go under the plumbing discipline. In the elevations under plumbing, we can only see the sanitary and domestic pipes. And as for those other elevations, we can see the other items which are not plumbing related. Now, I don't want the elevations to be divided this way. Instead, I just want an elevation view in which all items are visible. So first I'm going to select all the elevations which go under the plumbing discipline. And also for selecting them, I first clicked on the first one, held the Shift key, then clicked on the last one. Then I'm going to press Delete from the keyboard to delete them all together. Now, as for these elevations under the mechanical discipline, first I'm going to rename them because, like I said, I want these elevations to be containing all the items. So I just removed the mech from the end and it's now east. And I'm going to do the same thing for the next one and make it the north elevation. And also the same thing for the third one, making it only south. And the last elevation is going to be just west. So there go their names. Now to adjust their view settings to make all the items visible, first I'm going to double click on one of them to open it, then press VV, and then in this first tab I'm going to check all the categories to make them all visible, and in the filters tab, if there's any filters, I'm going to remove them all, then click OK. And now I'm going to do the same thing for those 3 other elevations. So now that I've adjusted the visibility settings, I'm going to also organize their positions in the project browser palette. So I'm going to select all 4 elevations together, and then I'm going to go to the properties palette and change their disciplines to coordination. And for their subdiscipline, I'm going to write elevation. Now, if we take a look over here, we can see that all of the elevations have moved to under the coordination discipline and elevation subdiscipline. So now we can say that this far our project browser palette has been organized. Now another thing that we should do is properly setting up the elevation settings, as in we're going to want the elevations to give us the correct views. For example, if I go into one of the plans, you could find your elevations around the plan. This one's the north elevation, south, west, and east. Now, in order to have a better view on things, I'm going to have to place the elevations in proper positions. So first I'm going to drag over the east elevation to select it, and then I'm going to use the right arrow key from the keyboard to move it to the right. And after that I'm going to drag over the west and east elevations to select them both together. Then I'm going to use the down arrow key in the keyboard to move them down and closer to the center. We're going to do the same thing for the south elevation, drag over it to select it first, and then I'm going to move it down to the bottom of the plan. And after that, I'm going to drag over the north and south elevations to select them together, then move them a little to the right, closer to the center. Now, in case you couldn't find your elevations so you could reposition them, you could simply go down to the scale level and temporarily change it from 1/100 to, for example, 1/1000, and that way the elevation circles will appear bigger, as you can also see right here. Now they are easier to discern, and you can easily reposition them. Also, after you're done, make sure you don't forget to change your scale level back to 1/100. So far we've adjusted the settings and organized our views over in the project browser palette, and all of our disciplines and subdisciplines contain the correct views, so that we could find them easily whenever we need them.